Is there anything preventing Americans from crowdfunding lobbyists? I mean, that's how it works for insert group here that owns insert politician here. When people say the NRA owns Congress, the members of the NRA are paying the NRA to lobby. This goes for all kinds of things that people fund: AAA, ARP, MAD, NRA, GOL, even unions would count. Many lobbyists are representing nonprofit and charitable organizations, if that's what you mean. Since lobbyists are registered, you can look this up yourselves. That's basically what groups like ARP, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, etc. are. Nothing at all other than the will to do so in collective action. A lot of people even do it without realizing they're doing it. People who are AAA members, who send money to ARP, who donate to various causes, who pay union dues, they are all supporting lobbying for issues related to those groups. Petitioning the government with the weight of their membership behind them is a big part of what those groups do. No, that happens very commonly. Plenty of lobbyists already do that. They are just not enough to sway the opinions of both Americans and lawmakers about healthcare and taxes. Keep in mind you realistically need like 70 of like minds to vote like this. That's what every environmental group, union advocacy group, women's rights group, and trade association is. People act like lobbyists are a bad thing or are primarily about giving money to politicians. Most lobbyists never have anything to do with donations to politicians, and most big lobbies would get stronger, not weaker, if all campaign donations were banned. We already do that all the time. There are hundreds of not-for-profit groups that employ lobbyists to work on issues like that. They aren't well-known, but they exist and they do good work. And most of these groups also inform the common folk about how they can help with passing legislation, not just let the lobbyists do it. Having worked with lobbyists for over 20 years, as long as they paid, they will represent anyone. There are a lot of lobbyists for public interest groups. Unless you have hella cash, it's probably best to find a public interest group that lobbies for your cause and donate work with them. A lot of these organizations also have lobby days where they bus people into DC to meet with representatives. I've done it before and recommend it. The main problem is that large companies have large pockets, and they don't just pay lobbyists, they also make political contributions to candidates and politicians. Public interests groups frankly can't keep up. The incestuous nature of lobbyists and politicians can't be understated. Lobbyists attend birthday parties for children of politicians, secure below-market value rentals, and other things public interest groups just can't do. Congratulations, you've reinvented the idea of labor unions. No, and it's commonly used for all kinds of lobbying. What do you think those solicitation letters you get from those nonprofits and other advocacy groups are for? Thishts::cryptum.orgap.htm might be a more workable solution. A significant amount of lobbying is done by organizations of which Americans are members or financially support. Most of the letter organizations in NRA, ARP, MAD, etc. are just that. No, that's literally what a PAC is. Look up Political Action Committee PAC. The fact that the private organizations they are already funded by have more resources than we can crowdfund. What a wonderful idea! A group of like-minded people gather together and pay someone to shill for them. What's the worst that could happen? TLDR. Murica 2024. I got like 50 spending money, will that make a dent? Nothing other than the ephemerality of the funding convincing the politicians that there's no stable support base to brace their careers on. Flashes in the pan. Big lobbyists like the NRA and AIPAC don't succeed merely because they have a lot of money, but also because and a lot of influence and connections that allow them to weather any storm. They succeed because every politician in DC knows that the choice is either to do what they want, or earn a well-resourced and vindictive enemy that will certainly outlast them. Those organizations will be here tomorrow and the next day, assuming no black swan social upheavals.